Okay, now I'm live. All right. Hey, if you're studying baritone ukulele, uh, we meet every day here on the internets, and we post all of our resources and info that you want to have on jollyrogerukulele.com, jollyrogerukulele.com, and so you should swing over there and pick up the stuff, all free, all good, all really nice stuff to make you a great ukulele player, a great baritone ukulele player. And it's the identical program to the ukulele system that I teach, but it incorporates the fact that you're working in a different key and maybe playing with guitar players or maybe playing with ukulele players. And so it also sets you up for success with ensemble playing. And we meet here Monday through Friday at this time slot. It's 2 o'clock Mountain Standard, Mountain Daylight Time at the moment, and we will start in 5 minutes. So if you are watching the video, you can fast forward exactly 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes, and that's when we'll start. We'll wait while everybody loads in. I just posted the link on our website, and so people will be streaming in. The world of baritone, people will be clamoring in to become a part of this. And today our song is My Spaghetti Monster, which is very exciting that we start with melody, then we study chords, and then we go and we smash those together. And then we have chord melody, and that is the highest level. There's nothing beyond chord melody in baritone ukulele or in any instrument, really. And so we will be playing all of that simultaneously, and people will think you're really something. I don't play this baritone very often, and it ends up wildly out of tune. Okay, so now I got that up and running. Let me see how we're doing with people wandering in. Somebody will tell me if the sound is good. Michelina is here. Uh, During the berry class. Very excited. I'm very excited to have you here. It's very, very fun. And I apologize, guys. I'm having a hard time getting this up high enough where everything can be seen. I need I don't know, something else. Maybe I'll push this down just a smidge. And I'll probably be playing like this, trying to keep my head from going off the top of the screen. You don't need to see my head, right? If we could play like this, that'd be best. Carol's in. Carol's spending a lot of time. Vic's spending way too much time with me, and Tanya is here. Still, Tanya, I have to say, you wrote "still hot" in North Carolina, but for some reason, my brain said "still in the hot tub" in North Carolina. Wait a minute, you can't play baritone in a hot tub. Yeah, it's hot in way too many places. We're supposed to get relief here in Colorado. We're supposed to get some relief tomorrow. With me today, it says my internet connection is unstable, which means that there's a very good possibility that you're going to see some buffering issues coming up. Um, if you just hang out, if the internet connection gets where it just dies, um, if we've got most of the class, and we had the internet connection wipe out on us just 2 days ago, I think. And so, one, if you're hearing me, please let me know. And if you're not hearing me, you won't know that I'm saying this. But so let me know if you're still hearing the sound of my voice, and then I will know whether I need to relog. Because of our time slot, we end up. Sound is fine here. Okay, so Tanya, you can hear me. I believe what happens, this time slot is 2 o'clock Mountain Standard, which means it's 3 o'clock in the Midwest and 4 o'clock out east. And my thinking is that what happens is people are wrapping up their day at work, and so they're messing around. They're going over and messing around with YouTube and looking at cat videos to wrap up their day. That's my only thought. Because now I don't seem to run into internet problems during the rest of the day, but for some reason this time slot's a little weird. So, so we'll do what we can. If we get through most of the class, we'll just call it good. You guys go do your thing. If we ever get caught when like we're just getting started or we need to have a lot more to do, it will be possible that I will relog. I will post a new link over on the Jolly Roger website, and we'll go on from there. But you'll get a sense like, hey, we mostly got the thing in. It's good enough for today. And that way, just know if we get caught in the middle of something important, I'll go set up a new stream. But if we're mostly done, call it good. Okay. All right. So Diane's here, Terry's here, Tanya. All right. So everybody's here. And by the way, if you are newer and you're just like, I think I'm going to learn how to play baritone, or somebody gave me baritone, I should learn how to play it. You should know. Valerie made it in. I think this is class 404 for her. It says 9 people. It goes up to 11, 12, might go up to 20, might come down to 5. If you want to participate in the chat box, that's super. It really helps me know, hey, am I making any sense? But if you don't want to participate in chat, that's also perfectly fine. And so I kind of, I leave it up to you to decide whether you want to log in and chat about what you're learning or not. I'm assuming that I'm teaching you perfectly and everything is going into your head as if you are a genius, unless you make some question or comment on there. On the thingamabobber. So that's how we'll go with that. Okay. Let's see. Cindy made it in. Good. And all right, Valerie. All right. So we're all here. Let's get started. It's 2:07. So yeah, for sure. Today we're going to talk about My Spaghetti Monster. And today is a big day in the sense that on day 1 we learn how to play Frere Jacques. Okay. One note at a time. We're not really learning how to play Frere Jacques. We're really learning how to read tablature. That's the big thing for me. I need you to know how to read tablature. Once you know how to read tablature, then you can decide next whether you want to learn to read standard notation or not. It's completely up to you. You don't have to, as a musician, learn to read standard notation on this type of instrument, but it might be something you want to work on. I don't spend any time talking about standard notation except for the difference between a quarter note, half note, whole note, that type of stuff that you do need to know. But in terms of what it means vertically, what note that is and where it is on here, I don't spend any time talking about that because I don't think you need to do that. But if you want to, absolutely. One more smart way to get smarter. Okay. What we're really learning with Frere Jacques is how to read tablature, which is top string is the bottom string. The number on that string is the fret that I hold down, and then I pluck it. And that's all I needed you to know from tablature. That's what we do on day 1. Day 2, we dig into strumming, right? We're learning your A chord, your F sharp minor chord, your which comes next, D chord, and your E7 chord. You take those 4 chords and your baritone and you go sit out in the forest and you don't come home until you have a song written, you'll do just fine. Okay? I'm writing with these 4 chords. I hope the song I'm writing gets me $1 million. Those are nice, right? So those, and by the way, doesn't a baritone sound nice? Okay? All those ukulele people hanging out with their weirdo sounding instrument. We got this. All right. Now, let's talk about the piece of music that I want to work on with you today. It's called My Spaghetti Monster. And you don't get a baritone version of this that will match up with, well, you might. I might eventually do one. But this is really about how it lays out just for your instrument. So this is not an ensemble piece by any stretch of the imagination. This is for you to get where you have one song on here that's absolutely going to make this thing come alive, sound beautiful, where you're going to play the melody and the chords at the same time. Okay, so Valerie was in, I think, with. Did you come to the ukulele class on this exact song? She's going to be spaghetti monstered out. Um, when we're talking chord melody, we're talking taking the chords, taking the melody, smashing them together, and playing them in some smart way where we end up sounding really good and we really bring out the best in the ukulele. So what we want to do is talk about the chords. So the first chord, go to measure 2 here. I need to put measure numbers on here. Sorry, guys. Measure 2 has a G chord. Okay, that's ring finger here, 3rd fret, 1st string. You can tell by the little chord chart, a little G with a little box underneath it. You got 3 open circles. That means play these strings open. And then you got a black dot on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And then underneath that, you see a little tiny 3, and that means use your 3rd finger. Okay? And that's your G chord. Okay? Go down 2 more measures, and you're going to G major 7. That's going to be your middle finger, your 2 on that 2nd fret. Okay, it's a jazz chord, sounds beautiful. And then go to measure 7, and you'll see G6. It's all open strings. Okay, come back to G major 7, come back to G, and then a measure 8 there. You got 2 open strings, this one, and then a dot on that string. You use your ring finger. Okay, and there's that. And that's what we're going to play chord-wise. That's all of the chords in a piece of music. Okay, there are no other chords, so you now know all your chords. But with this song, it doesn't sound that great just to play with chords because there's a lot of singing that goes on between the chords. My spaghetti monster playing ukulele, flying through the rainbow with my heart. Tasty marinara, yummy parmesan, we're Pastafarians. So the chords are fine, okay? They're fine. They're good chords. The kind of fun thing about them is this G chord is a major chord. This is a major 7th chord. This is a 6th chord. And this chord here is a D chord with a G in the bass, and so it's technically a rock power chord. D, it's a D, G, D, right? So with rock power chords, we do those so that the amplifier's like, oh, I get it, and it makes a lot of really cool noise instead of being like, I don't understand what chord you're trying to play. I'm just going to send out a bunch of random sounds. And so those are your chords. Now let's go through and play the melody. Okay. So the first part is to remember if you're frustrated with your tablature, remember it's upside down so you can hold your baritone up to your sheet music and then the strings will be in proper order. And then remember it's actually upside down. So your first note is 0, 0, 0, 0. First measure is 0, 0, 0, 0. But you're going to start on that 3rd string, 0, and then the 2nd string, 0, 3rd string, 2nd string, and then you're going to put 2 3s on the 1st string. Okay. Measures 3, 4, 5, measure 4, 1, 2, playing ukulele. The next measure is 0, 0, 0 again. Measure 5 is going to be 0, 0, 0 is going to be the 2s. Measure 6 is the zeros again. And measure 7 is the opens. And then 2, 3, 3. Okay. Hey, Clay, welcome in. Then we're going to go on to the next measure, Tasty Marinara. 1, 0, 2, 0, and then 2 3s here. Yummy Parmesan is exactly the same. 1, 0, 2, 0, 3 3. And then it's almost the same, 102. Instead of the 0, play this 3, and then the high 3. Okay, so I'd like to go back through and play all of the melody notes. We're going to play it nice and slow. And the goal will be, if you're new to tablature, how smoothly did it go? If you've been around in tablature a long time, how beautiful and how much nice tonality are you getting out of your ukulele, right? So newer players, you're just trying to survive. Players who've been around a while, you're trying to really capture the most perfect tone that you can out of your instrument and see how you do. Okay? One, two, three, four. Oh, 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 three, three. Oh, 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 two, two. Oh, 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 two, three, three, two, three, four. One, oh, two, oh, three, three. One, oh, two, oh, three, three. One, oh, two, three, three. That's the song. Okay. So it's got a pretty little melody. Not terribly hard to play. You're going to play some twos and some threes and a couple of ones. So everything's just with these three fingers over here. You just got to make sure that you're holding down the right string and plucking that particular string. Um, Learning to read straight line melody is incredibly important. Okay, so if that's going well for you, you're ready. You're ready to really hit the big time, right? You can quit your job and become a baritone ukulele performer all around the world. Don't do that. Don't do that. It doesn't work. But you could. And then we're now going to take the chords that we have and the melody we have, and we're going to smash them together. Okay, so let's go. Measure one is still 0, 0, 0. So we're looking at the tough uke line now. So drop down to the bottom line here, tough uke. Okay, it's going to be 0, 0, 0. Okay, and Tanya is asking, what's the best way to use the same finger for two different strings? In this case, Tanya, the best thing is to lift it up, raise it up, drop it back down. Okay, we're going to get smarter than that, but on this song, in this position, that's what I want you to do, because we're going to be talking about, this is a bunny hop, right? From here to here, bunny hopping. Okay, when we get to tough uke, we don't do a ton of bunny hopping because we're using multiple fingers usually. But when we're playing straight line melody, we're really just trying to keep this. These are all the ones are with this one, all the twos are with this ones, and all the threes are with this one. But it is a great question. You're saying, well, I got to be on this three, and then I got to jump over and grab this three. Couldn't I use one of these other fingers? You could, but that's not what I want you to do right now. Okay, and so when you're playing straight line melody, we often just lift it up and move it over to the next string. And that's where playing tough uke actually has a huge advantage over straight line melody, because you'll use multiple fingers in multiple frets. And whereas with straight line melody, that's a very normal thing to do. It's not particularly efficient, but it's correct. Okay, so hey, Linda, welcome in. All right, so we wanted to, so first, I'm sorry, I got distracted. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then on the tough uke, you're still going to hold that three down just like you did before, but now we're going to run our thumb over the 0, the 0, the 0, and the 3. So we're going to do this and do it again. Okay. Now don't do this, right? I don't want to hear every single string is what I want. Okay, so just measures 1 and 2. Ready, play. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, that's what we're really looking for there. So that little squiggly there means glissando, really beautiful, lush downstrum. Okay. Measures 2 and 3, or 3 and 4, 4 and 5. What do we have? Measure 4 and 5. I got to fix the measure numbers on here. I apologize, you guys. Playing ukulele, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now you're switching your middle finger to 2, and then 2 nice glissandos. That's jazz right there. That sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Measure 6. Let's do the 0, 0, 0s again. Nice strum down. Let's go grab the 2, grab that 3. And here's exactly Tanya's question. Should I just bunny hop this over. Yep. And then we're going to play 003, but now it's important. Don't hit this bottom string. A weird sound comes out, right? We got to bring our thumb down, and it has to rest on the string we're not going to play. So in this case, it says 003. You're not going to play that first string. So you want your thumb to physically rest on the string as if it's on a hammock. So your thumb will rest on the string you're not going to play. Okay, so right there. The rest stroke is one of the, like if we were taking classical guitar, that's day one, right? That's a very, very important concept. And because we want to not have that thing go off, but we want to hit the other ones good and solid. And so this rest stroke is a very key element to what you're going to be doing. Okay, so now let's keep moving forward. In the next measure, Tasty Marinara, we got 1020, which is the same as what we already played. 1020, and then you got this ring finger on 3, and then 2 little rest strokes again. Same exact thing in 12 and 13. And then one last time, except a little bit different. 102. Here's the difference. Put your 3 there. Don't strum. Just play the 3. And then 0003. Okay, so let's put it all together. Big takeaway here is that we are taking the chords and we're putting them in underneath where the melody is. And so we got playing the melody, but we're adding some chords in. It's going to make our whole baritone come alive. We're going to sound very sophisticated when we play, and we're going to have all of the pieces and parts of music all in one place. Rhythm, melody, timbre, and harmony. All of those things are coming together right now, and nothing has to come out of your face. So if you're a singer, absolutely, you can sing, my spaghetti monster playing ukulele. Right, you can do that. Right, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you only do that, then you're not going to be able to do this other thing. And so I want you to be able to do both. Okay. Now, let's do the from the top, nice and slow. Remember your glissandos and remember your rest stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 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 strum, strum. Oh, 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 strum, strum. Oh, 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 strum, 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 rest stroke. 1, 0, 2, 0, rest stroke, rest stroke. 1, 0, 2, 0, rest stroke, rest stroke. 1, 0, 2, 3, full strum. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful piece of music. Accidentally, I'm the one who happened to write it. Okay, didn't mean it to be a beautiful piece of music when I wrote it. I wrote it for a silly reason, and then it turned out, hey, that's actually a pretty good piece of music to teach on ukulele. And now you guys have it. Now here's another thing to think about. When people find out you're taking lessons on how to play an instrument, they're gonna first they'll make fun of you, right? Oh, I can't believe you're doing that. That's crazy. And then they'll say something like, "Well, play me something." Okay, you don't want to play them a song they know because then they're going to sing along and they're going to judge whether you played it exactly like they heard it on the radio, and you're going to fail in comparison. So you need a song that they don't know, that makes you sound amazing, that isn't too hard to play, and that is not going to be one they know where they sing along. And so let's put this guy to memory. Wouldn't it be nice to have one song memorized top to bottom? You don't even have to go get your sheet music. Yeah, I'm taking baritone lessons. Let me play you something. Okay, let's play this together. Let's see how we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty nice. Okay. When they hear that, they'll be like, "Boy, you're a really good baritone ukulele player," and they won't ask you to play anything else. What they'll really want to know is, "Hey, show me some stuff. Teach me how to play this thing," or they'll say, "I gotta go to lunch." One of those two things. But so just be mindful. This piece of music is actually as an early piece where you're taking chords, taking melody, smashing them all together. It puts you into this new group of players. Most people who play these type of instruments, fretted stringed instruments, they learn their chords and they learn to strum and then they sing. If you don't love singing, you eventually quit when you play that way. And so you want to have something that's a little more sophisticated where the instrument does the singing for you, and that's what you have here. Everything we do from here out, everything is designed around how sophisticated can we get you to chord up and play melody at the same time. Every single thing I do. And it all starts with Frere Jacques. So let's grab Frere Jacques out and make sure that that's going well for you today. Okay. It's the piece from Monday. Remember, we're only going to play on this string, the first string, until we get to the very end when we add in this string. Okay. Frere Jacques is in front of you. Let's get our Zen face on. 1, 2, ready, play. 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. First string, second string, first string, second string, first string. Okay, hopefully that's going well. Let's play it one more time just to make sure you got it solid. Those of you guys that are in love with this activity, right? You know for sure there's going to come a point when you're going to want to share this with somebody. I'd go ahead and I'd put both of these two songs to memory so that it's easier for you to teach it and get people started correctly. Frere Jacques isn't about teaching them Frere Jacques. Nobody cares about Frere Jacques. What they do care about is learning to read tablature, and that's what that does. My Spaghetti Monster, nobody's ever even heard of it, right? You can change the words if you want, whatever, it doesn't matter. But it is about bringing chords and melody together. And then that little booklet that you had earlier this week, that is designed to get you playing in all of the different 30 songs, 35, 34, whatever songs are in there, using just those primary chords that we have to learn as a baritone player. And so you end up with a whole bunch of music just in those 3 little pieces of information. It's sort of the foundation on which you're going to build this baritone ukulele career. And it's going to make you sound amazing if you can get those basic building blocks in place so that we can then take and give you much more sophisticated music. Okay. Now, let's play Frere Jacques one last time, a little bit faster. See how you're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. First string, second string, first string, second string, first string. Beautiful. If I ask you to put an A chord on, could you do it without looking? Put an A chord on. If you did index, middle, ring, you win. If I ask you to put an F sharp minor chord on, what does that look like? Bar on 2, ring finger up on 4. Okay. If I ask you to put a D chord on, what are you going to put on? Index, middle, ring. Okay. And if I ask you to put on an E7, you're going to put on this one. Okay. So 4 more things to commit to memory. How to play Farajaga, how to play Spaghetti Monster. 4 chords that are going to come up every single day that you play baritone ukulele. So all those things are things you don't have to have them memorized tomorrow, but you do have to have the sense that, you know, some of these things are going to come up often, and I just need to have something in my storehouse, right? And then I have a bad memory, guys, and so I realize for some of you, it's like, this is not going to be my thing, but it can be your thing. Uh, there are a handful of things I feel are really important for you to know. And those chords, these 2 songs, and then, of course, having just a general sense that every single day you're going to have something new that, and you're going to decide from day to day what's worth memorizing, what's worth tackling, what's not. Um, I don't give you very much stuff that's not worth tackling. Okay, now let's talk about circle of fifths for baritone. I do have a circle of fifths for baritone. I'm not quite, it's not as pretty as the circle of fifths for ukulele, so I'm going to try to pretty it up, but I do have one, and I will get it to you, Cindy. So thanks for that question. Those of you, we haven't studied it yet, but there's a circle, and it has all of the chords that go together, arranged in a manner that makes the most sense. And I've had one for ukulele since the day I started playing ukulele, but I have only recently finished one for baritone, and so I'm going to try to pretty it up a little bit, make it nice, and then I'll get it to you guys. All right. We have a concert tomorrow. Let me tell you what's going to be in the concert. First of all, you have a piece of music that we haven't looked at yet called Make a Better Bar for baritones. So if you are on the front page of Jolly Roger Ukulele, and you scroll down, there's a thing called Make a Better Bar on Baritone, and there's a PDF there, and it talks about bar chords. Okay, and what we're going to be talking about is this. This is your bar. This is what separates you from guitar players. Guitar players use a capo. They just stick a capo on there, and then they play an A, and that's what they do. But you are going to create your own capo using this. And so I want to start it on 0. I want to put it there, and then I want to take this, P-I-M-A. We need uke noob here. Pulgar, indice, medio, annular, I think. P-I-M-A. Thumb, index, middle, ring. Okay, thumb on the top string, index finger underneath the 3rd string, middle finger underneath the 2nd string, and ring finger underneath the 1st string. Okay, so it's going to be, don't even hold anything on with your left hand. Thumb, index, middle, ring. Thumb, index, middle, ring. Thumb, index, middle, ring. Thumb, index, middle, ring. And then to come back, ring, middle, index, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb. Try not to move your elbow. And the other way, thumb, index, middle, ring, thumb. It's all in your knuckles. Okay. Now what I want you to do is take your bar, put it on 0, which is behind the nut there. Okay, and play thumb, index, middle, ring. 0, 0, 0. Slide it up onto 1. Nice bar on 1. Okay, probable that it's going to sound like this, which is not what you want. You want to squeeze it as tight as necessary to make it clean. But if you can't get it, don't worry. You still got to build strength in your hand, and it's going to be easier for some of you than others to create a full bar here. Try it again. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and slide up to 2. thumb, index, middle, ring, up to 3, up to 4, up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now start backwards. Start with your ring, middle, index, thumb. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Ow, right? Your whole left arm hurts. We're going to be building up your ability to make really clean, really strong, really reliable bars. And once we get those in place, then we can add in some other fingers to make more interesting chords. But you're going to play all sixth chords on this particular sheet of music. You can go all the way down to 12 and all the way back. First time P-I-M-A, and then when you come back, it's A-M-I-P. Okay. That piece of music is surprisingly important. We will play it every single Friday from now on. And then tomorrow for our concert, okay, here's your homework. Get ready. Those of you who are A types, okay, the B types, you should do it too. We will play our bar chords as a warm-up, and then we will play Frere Jacques. Okay, I would like you to have that in proper timing. The first part slow, second part fast, last part slow. Then we will play the major scales. Remember yesterday? And then we worked pretty extensively on getting all those scales together. So we will play G through G and back, then we'll play D through D and back, then we'll play C through C and back. So take a minute to review your scales. Remember with the C scale, you're going to play in first position, then you're going to jump up to fifth position. Okay, so that came in yesterday. If you didn't have a chance to join us yesterday, go take a look at that video. And then after we play the C scale, or the major scales, remember you guys are baritone players. You get 3 times as many scales as ukulele players because you're all over the place. It'll make you a smarter musician. Then we will play Spaghetti Monster, and then we will wrap up with strumming some of those songs out of the little book with all of the old-fashioned songs in it. So I would like for you to look through those songs tonight, play through a few of them, find 1 or 2 that is going pretty well for you, and then tomorrow we'll take requests. Okay, so we will play some of those and see which ones, see if they're going well for you. And then we'll be done for the week. Our very first week of baritone class. So hopefully we will have been successful. Maybe I taught you something too, which will be exciting. Next week, we start with Three Blind Mice. It just emphasizes again the chord melody arrangement. So we'll be planning this song where we do chord and melody together. And the difference with Three Blind Mice is it's arranged very slowly. Okay, we're used to singing it with a lot of oomph and a lot of speed. When she starts chasing the mice around with her carving knife, things get a little crazy in that song. We'll slow it down so that you can get all of the beauty out of your guitar. Should we just call it a baritone? Out of your baritone, and again, just emphasizing how to play chord melody. We will also on Tuesday then be working on the C chord. Okay, so your C chord is quite a bit harder than this is a ukulele C chord. You call it G chord. They call that C chord. Your C chord is here, so it's quite a bit more work to play in C for you guys than it is for ukulele players, and so we got to show you how to conquer that on Tuesday. Wednesday, Brahms Lullaby, playing classical music on a baritone right off the bat. Beautiful stuff. and then Yankee Doodle to wrap up the week. Yankee Doodle is a little bit of an annoying song, but it actually lays out on here pretty well where you get to learn how to deal with multiple positions along your fretboard. And that's it. That's where we're headed. If you have questions, ask them now. And otherwise, that's what we need to know. Your goal right now is to spend a little bit of time getting ready for tomorrow's concert. I recommend you put the songs in your book in alphabetical order. So, Frere John, obviously alphabetical order. Put everything in alphabetical order. That way, when I say, "Hey, let's play the Make a Better bar chord," make a better bar worksheet, you just switch to M, right? Whatever it is. Um, let's see. How about Portuguese fado songs? Sure. I don't know what that is, Cindy, but let's do them. Um, we're going to get through introduction to ukulele and take us a few weeks. After that, we will talk about how many of you want to continue on and start building up some more deep knowledge of cool and interesting types of music. We will, of course, be doing plenty of popular music, and we will do lots of old-fashioned music that I like to do. We'll be doing some in keys that are great for baritone. We'll also be working on some that are great for keys when you hang out with other people. And so we're going to be doing both of those types of things going forward. But we got to get everybody with their basic skill set. Baritone players, you guys don't get near the level of support that ukulele players get, and I want to make sure that you have a good, solid foundation so that you don't need the support. You will be your own support. Oh, torch songs that have a classical feeling. Oh, I like that. Well, I don't know if I think I might have heard of those. I'll go look some of them up and see if we can do that. Um, I will say one other thing. I'm going to go right now and put some measure numbers onto your spaghetti monster sheet. So if you want to come back later this afternoon and reprint out the spaghetti monster sheet, I will post it with measure numbers on there, so I don't, so it's less confusing when we play it tomorrow. And that's it. That's enough for today. Okay. You notice I have a strap. It's really fat and wide. I don't recommend these, but I do recommend you get a strap on your baritone. If you don't already have one, you drill a teeny tiny little pilot hole in the bottom and put the strap on there, the little button on, and then they strap onto there. If you have not purchased a tuner, you do. Sorry, that hit the microphone. And you do want to have this one. It's called a Snark ST8, SM8, something. It's too small to read. SN8, I think it's called Super Tight HZ. That's what it's called. Um, that's the one you want to own. Super Tight HZ. It is a chromatic tuner. It works on all instruments, and it is high definition screen. And the modern computer costs 18 to 20 bucks in Amazon. If you live here in town, you can pick one up from me. But this is the one you want to own. The one that came with your baritone has got a green screen on it, or a yellow screen, or a red screen, and they're junky, and you don't want to rely on those. This is what you want. And the batteries last forever in these things. It's really nice as long as you turn it off. So that's it. Questions for me? Yeah, we are odd people in a C world. That's exactly right. Guitarists have the same exact problem. The world is tuned to the key of C, and guitars and baritones are not. And so you end up with this sort of annoying problem of having to learn a lot of stuff in the key of C. It will make you a better player. It will make you a smarter musician, but it is a tiny bit annoying that you were just five half steps off. And if I had my druthers, we would tone baritone up another step anyway, and which would further complicate the issues that you face. But we're not going to do that, right? So baritone it's tuned like it is, so that you can play with guitar players without all of the work. But it definitely means that you face the same exact problems as they have. So there's that. Terry, good to see you. Have a great day. Michelina, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Diane, nap time, right? I'm ready for a nap too. Uh, uh, Glass of wine, then a nap. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. be safe, do good, practice, keep showing up, and everything is going to work out for the best. I will see you all tomorrow. Hardest thing is what? Yeah. So those of us who are multi-instrumentalists, please know you're creating a situation that's hard for yourself, and you do have to get into ukulele brain, banjo brain, baritone brain, guitar brain. Iffy whether you're doing yourself a favor or not, but it certainly keeps you busy. So have a great day, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Ending the string.